Ranger Slayer and the Pink Emissary continue on their way on the floating boat. Kimberly tells the Emissary that she is sorry for killing the Blue Emissary, then the Pink Emissary says that she is sorry that the Blue Emissary tried to kill Kimberly. Despite these apologies, Kimberly is very angry because she feels that the Blue Emissary did not help her, but the excuse the Emissary uses is that she allowed Kimberly to stand up for herself to make her stronger. This makes Kimberly very angry, and she tells her that she won't be able to learn anything if she loses her life. After this, Kimberly starts talking about everything she wanted to do in her life in a very sad way because she feels like she has lost everything. She also feels that the other Kimberlys in other universes have lost nothing, however, she has nothing left to lose and yet she is still losing everything. The Emissary tells her that she has been very strong and has been able to endure what no one would have endured. This is why she is here, and then the Emissary starts to say that the Morphin Masters were right, but those words make Kimberly very angry. The Ranger Slayer tells the Emissary that the Morphin Masters have nothing to do with her life. She also tells her that her faith in the Morphin Masters is what almost caused the destruction of everything. Now they have both arrived at the entrance to the heart of the grid, a large blue stone with a crater in the center, and the Pink Emissary continues with her words of faith towards the Morphin Masters. She says that both have been blessed, protected, and guided by the light, but Kimberly does not feel blessed. At that moment, some hands can be seen coming out of the ground, and apparently, this is going to complicate the situation. The two beings that came out of the ground were the Green Emissary and the Black Emissary, both of which were infected by Dark Specter's dark energy. They both begin to speak a joint message and ask Kimberly to hand over the white light power coin if she does not want to be destroyed. The Pink Emissary is stunned as she realizes that she is apparently the only emissary who has not been infected, and Ranger Slayer tells the emissaries that she will not hand over the coin. The battle begins and both emissaries are empowered to use all the ranger weapons of their color. They both begin to say that they were slaves of the Morphin Masters and Dark Specter was the one who freed them. Obviously, Dark Specter's power is doing the talking, as this infection takes away the control of each person's body and dark energy is what controls it. Ranger Slayer tries to explain to both of them that they are really Dark Specter's slaves, and she is not willing to become another slave. In this scene we can also realize that again Ranger Slayer is fighting alone, and the Pink Emissary is not helping her. Despite the effort Kimberly is making, the two emissaries are very strong, and the Black Emissary manages to cut her bow in half. Then the Green Emissary manages to shoot an energy beam, and now the Ranger Slayer is on the ground. Suddenly, the Pink Emissary stabs the Black Emissary in the back with half of her bow and she joins the fight. The Green Emissary continues the fight and tells the Pink Emissary that the war is ending, so it's time for her to join the right side. After this he manages to stab the Green Emissary with his sword in an attempt to infect her. At that moment, Ranger Slayer tries to save the Pink Emissary and attacks the Green Emissary. Something important that the Black and Green Emissaries say is that the saviors they are looking for are not going to help them. Despite this, they both tell them that they are going to get to the Morphin Masters, even if they have to destroy all the emissaries. Now the Black and Green Emissaries decide to leave, but before that, they say that their lives are a lie. Although Ranger Slayer and the Pink Emissary seem to be prepared for battle, the reality is that they wanted the other emissaries to leave because they were too weak. The attack that the Pink Emissary received was very strong, and she wanted Kimberly to continue on her way to bring the white light power coin to the Morphin Masters, but Kimberly does not want to abandon her despite the risk involved, as the emissary is possibly infected. Kimberly's hope is that the Morphin Masters will save the Pink Emissary's life, and they both begin to enter the place where they are hiding. Voices begin to be heard. They were the Morphin Masters, who tell them that they were waiting for them. The Morphin Masters quickly realize that the pink emissary is hurt, but Kimberly tells them that now everyone is going to be okay because she brought them the white light power coin. The Morphin Masters are surprised by this discovery, but then something very strange happens and one of the Morphin Masters says that this coin is important because of the soft creamy center. Apparently, they think it is a chocolate coin and he tries to bite into it, but almost breaks a tooth as it is obviously a real coin. After this, the Morphin Masters invite Kimberly and the pink emissary, who they call Aaliyah, to join them at the table. They all sit down at the table and one of the Morphin Masters begins to serve the food, but there is something strange about this. In the bowl there was no food, everything was empty and the other Morphin Masters were enjoying everything as if there was actually food on their plates. Ranger Slayer and the emissaries saw nothing, but the Morphin Masters began to say that life leads to death and death leads to rebirth. We don't know if the emissaries have gone crazy after being locked up for so long or if they really have so much wisdom that no one can understand them. Now the pink emissary begins to transform due to the infection and Kimberly quickly demands the Morphin Masters to save her. She threatens the Morphin Masters because despite seeing that the emissary was hurt, they were still enjoying an imaginary meal and now we can see that the Morphin Masters actually went crazy because one of them just realized that Kimberly was there. Finally, the pink emissary completely transforms and says that she has lost faith, that the Morphin Masters have lost themselves in the grid. The pink emissary wants to destroy the Morphin Masters, but Kimberly won't let her, and the emissary thinks she can't stop her because she is a powerful emissary. Despite this, Kimberly tries to talk to Aaliyah to try to free herself from the infection, but the pink emissary starts saying the same words that the other infected emissaries were saying. We can see that the pink emissary is very powerful and starts to use all the weapons of all the pink rangers in the story. In the meantime, she starts to give a speech about freedom, the future, and the purpose of life. Then we can only read Kimberly's thoughts, who begins to say that the pink emissary was right about something, and that is that she had said that all the suffering was what brought the Ranger Slayer here. She also remembers that the pink emissary had told her that she allowed her to fail so that she would become stronger so that when this very moment came, Kimberly could defeat her. Then Kimberly starts saying the same words she said in the beginning of the story, that you practice a lot of times so you can hit the target, but sometimes that's not what you want to do. Then we get to see Ranger Slayer shoot an arrow into the pink emissary and at the same time ask for forgiveness. Kimberly says that sometimes meeting your guardian angel doesn't always end with a happy ending and then follows up by apologizing to the pink emissary. The emissary begins to speak to Kimberly and this time it is not the dark energy speaking, but Aaliyah herself. She thanks Kimberly and tells her that she can still fix all this. After the emissary dies, the Morphin Masters are so mad that they think she's just sleeping. They even invite Kimberly to stay with them so that she will be safe there forever. Finally, Kimberly in her thoughts says that sometimes a lifetime of training means that your story is just beginning because the Morphin Masters are not the ones who will save us, we must save ourselves.